It's been 30 years. Hello everyone, my name is Yu, and I've finally found my father after 30 years. He said he's coming to see me today. Sister, Yang, don't be nervous, I'm recording this for you. He told me to wait for him here, and I wanted to record it. Sister Yang, don't worry, I'll make sure to record everything for you today. Okay. Hey, Sister Yang, I saw someone over there. It looks like. Hello,
Yue? I'm
Yue, are you? Are you my?
Dad? Get up, I have something to tell you today. Your
Daughter has been looking for you for so long. No, get up first, will you? It's been 30 years, and you finally contacted me.
No, you, get up.
okay. Dad is looking for you today because your brother is in the hospital waiting for you to do a heart transplant.
What did you say?
Your brother is in the ICU. He's waiting for you. Do.
You mean you're not looking for me to rekindle a relationship after 30 years of separation? You're looking for me because of someone else, because of your son?
No, Dad made a mistake before, but Dad is willing to bear all the consequences. I really had no other choice. I don't ask you to forgive me, you can hate me for a lifetime. I only ask you to go to the hospital to do a blood test. You think that by doing a blood test, all the pain of these 30 years
Can be wiped away? Do you know how I've lived these years? People pointed at me and said I was a child abandoned by my parents. When I was sick and had a high fever, no one cared about me. I stood alone at the door in the cold wind. I've been looking for you for so long, and you suddenly contacted me, without a single word of concern, only saying that your son is in the hospital and needs me to do a test. A few minutes ago, I was still thinking about what kind of touching reunion scene it would be after 30 years of separation, and I wanted to record it all. But a few minutes later, all you gave me was disappointment.
Dad knows I was wrong too. But I really had no other choice. Just consider it doing a good deed.
Doing a good deed? For 30 years you haven't sent a single letter, and you suddenly appear, with another purpose. Now you're asking me to do a good deed? I'm sorry, I can't. It's been 30 years. Backquote. Just for a little tale, you're going to take a life? What do you want to do? Yue, I know you have a grudge, but Chen Yanshin is your biological father after all, and Xiao Wei is your half-brother. He's in the ICU now, and you're at least someone who can stand on your own 2 feet. It's just asking you to go to the hospital for a blood test. It's not like they're asking for your life. Why are you so heartless? Your father is over 60 years old. Can you bear to see him suffer like this? He's only ever had this one son in his life. Will you let him watch his son kneel and beg for help in the hospital? Can you bear it? Is your heart made of stone? Is my heart made of stone? No, you have no right to criticize. Pick up my scarf for me. From the moment I left the house until now, you've been following me. You threw my scarf on the ground. Pick it up for me. I told you. Did Xiao Li film the whole thing for me? Okay. Here. Let me talk to you properly. Now. I know about the situation. You have a grudge, but the past is the past. Xiao Wei is in such danger now, only you can save his life. Whatever conditions you want, I'll tell your father and have him agree to them. How exactly can you help Xiao Wei? I've been looking for him for so long, from a small town in the south to a city in the north. Come, look. I've been posting notices everywhere. I've been looking for him for so long, why didn't he show up? His precious son, Xiao Wei, only appears when he needs me. Has he ever cared about whether I've had enough to eat, whether I've slept well, or whether I have a place to live? From the time he saw me until now, he hasn't said a single word of concern. Now you're here to be a messenger. Take this, let him see it. You have to tell your father about this, that you told me. I'm just a middleman, just here to tell your father about the conditions. What's the point of you sending me these messages? I have nothing to say to you. Just save Xiaowei. Saving a life is better than building 7 temples. I beg you, just save Xiaowei. He's your biological brother. What conditions do you have? You can just mention them, okay? Less than control 100 greater than go tell Chen Yuanshan to come and tell me himself where my mother is, and also about 30 years ago, why he abandoned her, and why my mother disappeared after giving birth to me. Go tell him that if he tells me personally, I might consider it. Really? You must keep your word. Say what you mean and do what you say, you. Do it, and then give me the phone. Hello everyone, my name is Yue. I've been looking for my father for 30 years, and his sudden appearance isn't because he genuinely wants to acknowledge me as his daughter. It's because his son is in the hospital and needs my help. To this day, I still haven't found my biological mother. I only know that 30 years ago, my biological father abandoned his daughter, and my mother's whereabouts have been unknown ever since. Passing by, tell me, should I agree to this father's request? Maybe his son is innocent, but I'm innocent too. Let go of me, you. He's your biological brother. Are you really so heartless and uncaring? Then go ask Chen Yuanshan if he felt heartless and uncaring when he abandoned his daughter 30 years ago. Where are you going? What do you want to do? Don't you know your current behavior? You're disrupting my normal life. I can totally take legal action. Isn't your brother still lying in the hospital? How can you be so cruel? I begged you so much yesterday. Is your heart made of stone? Yes, my heart is made of stone. Go tell Chen Yuanshan that he threw me away like trash 30 years ago, and now I don't need him either. Come on, you, open your eyes and look. Open your eyes and look, exactly 30 years. Do you think a man who feels no responsibility has been buying you gifts for 30 years? From when you were 1 year old to 30 years old, he bought you gifts every year on your birthday without fail. Doesn't he love you? He really loves you. That's why he remembered your birthday every year for these 30 years. Is your heart made of iron? Your brother is still lying in the hospital, and your father is 60 years old. His hair is all white from worry. How can you be so cruel? How can you bear it? How ridiculous, holding a bunch of broken dolls. Can that prove his love for me for 30 years? Where was he when I needed him? Where was he when I was sick as a child, when I was in the hospital? Now he needs me. He comes to you as a freeloading guest and then says these things to me. It's not about what you think in your heart. You keep dwelling on the past. I think the past is already over. I won't talk about the past with you. Come on, aren't you ashamed? Look, so many people are watching. Aren't you ashamed? Go and tell Chen Yuanshan that he didn't acknowledge me as his daughter 30 years ago, and now I don't acknowledge him either. Xiaowei is lying in the hospital. What do I have to be ashamed of? Xiaowei is in the hospital now. Actually, you should go save him. Your father said that as long as you save Xiaowei, he is willing to compensate you for the 30 years of neglect. He is willing to make up for the 30 years of lost fatherly love. How can you be so heartless? Go and ask anyone who would agree to let me do this. Where was he when I needed him 30 years ago? Now he's offering all these things for me to save his son. I'll save him as usual. He told you he would compensate you. What will he use to compensate me? 30 years of time. What will he use to compensate me? My lost childhood? My lost happiness? Or what will he use? He said he would compensate you. He would give you all this love. He's sorry for you. No. Tell him. Go back and tell Chen Yuanshan that what I need now is not these cold toys of his, nor his empty apology. What I want is the truth about why he abandoned Chin Girl 30 years ago. Are you going to be a heartless and unfeeling person who disowns their family? Aren't you afraid of being criticized by the world? Heartless and unfeeling. Then go back and ask Chen Yuanshan. 30 years ago, when he abandoned his daughter, was he also this heartless and unfeeling? My mother still misses him even now. For his son, she keeps bothering my life repeatedly. And you go and tell him, I will film everything you're doing now into short videos and post them on the internet, so that everyone can see whether I am a heartless and unfeeling person, and see how the world will criticize me. Xiao Li, are you filming? Yes. You go back and ask Chen Yuan Shan. Today I want to ask that so-called biological father, by what right do you do this? "30 years ago, you threw me away when I was less than a month old just because you wanted a son, leaving me missing for 30 years. How did I grow up? Where were you when I needed a father? Where were you when I had a high fever and no one cared for me? Why didn't you show up when I saw other people calling their fathers? Now you show up, not to acknowledge me, but to act like the boss, telling me to save your precious son. I refuse. I explicitly refuse. And what happened? The woman you brought with you directly came to my company and assaulted me. Look at my face, she hit me on the face and arms, I'm covered in bruises. I did call the police. Let him wait in jail. What's even more heartbreaking is that some people are saying my brother is innocent and that I'm kind. I want to ask, kindness? My kindness was shattered 30 years ago when my biological father abandoned me in the cold wind. Dot. My mother still doesn't know where she is. How desperate and painful was she back then? Has anyone thought about my mother? Are our lives as mother and daughter not considered lives at all? Are we supposed to make way for his son's life? I remember clearly telling you here today, Chen Yuan Shan, it's impossible. I will never, ever save your son. I only have one goal now, and that is to find my mother. I want to be with her, protect her. To make up for all the suffering she endured, little by little. Do you think I'm cruel? Do you think what I'm doing is right? Please tell me in the comments. I'm telling you, I will never help you, never. Are you done yet? What do you want to do? You've disrupted my normal life, do you know that?
Yue, listen to me, it wasn't my fault 30 years ago, was it your fault? Was it my mother's fault? Yue, 30 years ago, your mother disliked you, this liar. After conspiring with your grandmother, while I was working in the mine, she threw you away. Later, can you explain it to me? Later, when I returned home and found you weren't there, I searched all over the mountains for you. My voice was hoarse, my feet were sore. It was because of this incident that I suffered so much. When I was working in the mine, a rock fell and broke my leg. Because my leg was broken, your mother thought I was crippled, and she took your sister and left.
What did you just say, my sister?
Yes. You mean I have an older sister? Later, after my leg healed, I went to look for your sister and your mother, but your sister said I was useless and refused to see me. Don't worry, now you just need to promise me two things. I will find your mother and sister even if I have to search every corner of the earth.
I want to ask, how old is my sister? What's her name? Do you have any contact with them now? It's
not your sister. Your sister's name is Fuddy. Your mother deliberately gave her that name because she wanted to have a son, but then she got married again, you know?
You mean my mother took my sister and left because of the marriage? Because your leg was broken back then, my mother thought you were crippled, and she took my sister and left? Is that what you mean? Yes, yes. Do you have their contact information now? Do you know where they are?
I don't know now, but I have a feeling I can find them.
You want me to agree to 2 conditions? What conditions? First, now your younger brother is hospitalized in AC again. You just need to go there and do the bone marrow donation. That's all. Second, I will definitely find your sister. She is my flesh and blood after all. 30 years have passed. You haven't looked for me in 30 years. If you sincerely wanted to find this daughter, how could you not find her? 30 years later, your son needs me, and you think I can save your son's life. That's why you found me. Your purpose in finding me is very clear. Also, yesterday, that woman hit me in the face. You can see this part of my face is still swollen. Up until now, you haven't said a word of concern. You only care about your son. You just said you wanted me to agree to 2 conditions. What conditions? I just said, you. You just need to agree to go to AC to do the bone marrow transplant, and the other thing is that you write a letter of understanding. The woman who was arrested needs to be released. If she doesn't get out, this family will fall apart. Do you understand? You, please, Dad is begging you. Back then, when you abandoned me, did you ever think about this family? It's all because of you. Now you care so much about this family, about your son, about this woman, but did you ever think about me? Question mark. When you said those words, did you ever think about how heartbroken I would be? Did you ever think about how difficult life was for the other woman you abandoned? And you can't even speak up here. You keep saying that it wasn't your fault back then, it was my mother's fault. You, a grown man, don't even want to admit your own mistakes, and you still put all the blame on my mother. I'm telling you, I don't need your help. I'll find my father, my mother, and my sister myself. I will definitely find my mother and my sister. I want to clarify the truth, and I want you to apologize to my mother. Kai, you can't be like this. Kai is a good person.
Okay, get up, get up, get up. Can you get up and help me? Okay.
Is this the place? Xiao, Li, yes, this is the house. I made a mistake. Is this the house? Let's go in. I'll ask around and then take pictures. Okay. Oh, the door is still open. Is anyone home? Someone's here. Someone's here. Huh? Who is it? Hey, hello, Grandma. Hey, I'm asking about someone. Who are you asking about? Is there a woman named Zhao Fa in your village? Zhao Fa. She should be around 55 years old. Zhao Fa. Oh, it's been over
30 years. I only remember her face.
Oh, do you know what happened to her family? Her family?
Oh, her family is not here anymore. They moved somewhere else. She had 2 daughters, twin girls. The younger daughter married into a family. In Zhou Feng's house, they just took her in, and she lived there. Later, the other daughter worked in a factory and then married into a family. The daughter's family married into the family. What's the name of the son-in-law? The
son-in-law, oh, isn't his name Chen Yuanshan? Oh, yes, that's right, his name is Chen Yuanshan. So, the live-in son-in-law went to work, and then he found a 17 or 18-year-old girl, took all the money, and ran away with her. Did he give away the children they had?
Yes, he gave them away. After giving them away, what happened to Zhao Feng? Oh, Zhao Feng was brought back by her parents. She lived there for a while. She was separated from her children, one by one. I don't know what happened to her, but she ran away and never came back. She never came back. Grandma, let me ask you, when her parents brought her back, was it just Zhao Feng alone?
Question mark. Or was there someone else? I remember there was also a 4-year-old daughter. That's Zhao Feng's eldest daughter. Her name is Zhao Fudi, right? Yes. Okay, Grandma, let me ask again. How old was Zhao Feng's youngest daughter when?
She was given away by her live-in son-in-law? A little over a month old, he gave her away. Just over a month old when he gave her away. So, the live-in son-in-law
Took her away and gave her away, right? Are you sure? You're sure, right? So, after Zhao Feng left, she never came back, right? She suffered a mental breakdown, right? What about her daughter, Zhao Fudi? Zhao Fudi.
Her grandfather died. Later, she went somewhere else, I don't know where. What about her grandmother? Her grandmother also died soon after.
Oh, they're all gone, Zhao Fudi. Nobody knows where Zhao Fudi went. Nobody knows. She left this place. Can you take me to see the place where they used to live? Okay, let's go. Okay.
Thank you, Grandma. Let's go. This house is where Zhao Feng's parents lived. She lived here for a while, then her parents also passed away. Nobody knows where Zhao Feng went. Look at the house, it's so dilapidated. Oh, so, Zhao Feng's parents brought them here. They lived here for a while. Then Zhao Feng left and never came back. What about Zhao Fudi? Zhao Fudi also lived here for a while. He
lived here for a while, and then he left. I don't know where he went. Anyway, the house looks so dilapidated. Can you help me look into it? Yes.
Indeed.
This house.
Grandma. Grandma, you're a good person. Please, can you hug me? I'm the little girl Zhao Feng who was sent away by Chen Yuanshan back then. Your mom. I'm the girl who was sent away when I was less than a month old.
Oh, I don't even recognize you anymore. You've grown so big.
Yes. Oh. Come, you're a good person, can you help me? Now I want to find my sister, Zhao Fu, she's my sister. If she's still alive, I also want to find my mother. I want to take care of them. Come, please, can you help me find out where my sister went after she left back then? You're a good person, I beg you, Grandma. Get up, can you get up and help me? Okay, I'll help you get up. Oh, what did you want me to find out? Okay, you find out, okay? Find out where? I'll leave you Grandma's phone number later. Okay, thank you. Oh. Can you bring my grandparents back to life? Can you let my sister have a complete childhood? Can you let my mother, who I haven't seen for 30 years, stand in front of me again? Don't go, Grandpa, don't go. I came to apologize to you. Don't hide in the car. Get out quickly, I'm not leaving today. You're crazy today, you want to die? Go away. I came today to apologize to you. I was wrong. It was wrong of me to hit you before, and you, don't listen to their nonsense. The things back then weren't like that, not that kind of nonsense. Are you saying it's the nonsense of the neighbors who watched my mother crying and searching for her child back then, or the nonsense of the neighbors who watched Chen Yuanshan sell the house and take away the family property? Why did my mother, such a good person, go crazy? Think about it with your conscience. If my mother was really greedy for wealth, why would she marry Chen Yuanshan, a penniless son-in-law? And when my mother was pregnant with me, he was in the mines in the distant mountains. He must have been having an affair with you back then, right? No, your mother was just confused at the time and abandoned you. Your father also did it for the sake of this family. For the sake of this family, he abandoned me like garbage when I was less than a month old. For the sake of this family, he abandoned his confused wife and his daughter who couldn't drink the milk of prosperity, giving her to my sister's father-in-law and mother-in-law. For the sake of this family, he embezzled money, sold the house, and then disappeared without a trace, never contacting us again. Can you honestly say that everything you enjoy now doesn't come from my grandmother and grandfather's family property? Does the house you live in now not come from my mother's family property? Now you keep coming to me, asking me to save your son. How could I possibly save a son who caused our family to be ruined and separated? If your mother saw you like this, she would be heartbroken. Why is there only hatred in your eyes now, and no love? There is only hatred in my eyes, no love. Don't you know it has something to do with you? I hate that you drove my mother to madness, and now, 30 years later, I don't know where she is. You and others made my sister an orphan at the age of 12, and since then she has been wandering around, and now her whereabouts are unknown. I hate myself even more. Why am I Chen Yuanshan's son? And now you keep disturbing my life, asking me to save your son. What? You. Tell me what conditions you need. I'll agree to everything as long as I can do it. I beg you. Conditions, again with conditions. Can you bring my grandmother and grandfather back to life? Can you give my sister a complete childhood? Can you bring my mother, whom I haven't seen for 30 years, back to me? 30 years of love and longing that I've missed. Can you give that back to me? I know you. I know you resent us. I know we've done too many wrong things. As long as I can, I can't. I can't compensate you. You really can't compensate me. The only way you can compensate me now is to leave my world as far away as possible, and never disturb my life again. And go tell Chen Yuanshan. 30 years ago, he treated me like trash and wanted to throw me away. 30 years later, he shouldn't have the nerve to come begging me to do something for their son, for your son. No way. Xiao Wei, he's your father's flesh and blood. He's your younger brother. He said. Do you know that to have Xiao Wei, I went to the goddess of mercy 10 times? That's how I had him. I was almost 30 when I got pregnant with Xiao Wei. Xiao Wei is my everything. I can't live without Xiao Wei. If you agree, I'll kneel down to you. I'll do anything for you. Just save your uncle. Save Xiao Wei. I can't live without. Xiao Wei, quote, so, you can't live without Xiao Wei? Have you ever thought about how when you and Chen Yuanshan were together, my mother couldn't live without me either? How you treated my mother back then is now coming back to you. This is called karma, your own evil deeds. Don't go. If you leave today, I'm not a human being. I'm not a human being. Hello everyone. I'm you. The company is very busy at the end of the year, and I've been so busy for so long, making my family worry. During this time, many family members have messaged me privately, worried that I'll be soft-hearted, worried that I'll compromise, worried that I'll be wronged, worried that I'll agree to my father's unreasonable demands. Here, I want to tell everyone that I haven't agreed, and of course, I won't agree to their unreasonable demands. Right now, I don't want anything except to find my mother and sister whom I haven't seen for 30 years. I've heard indirectly that my mother and sister have suffered a lot of hardship in these 30 years, especially my sister, who has suffered a lot. Of course, all of this is due to my irresponsible father. For these 30 years, I haven't gone a day without thinking about them. This is the only obsession in my life. Today, I finally got news of my sister. When my assistant sent me the address, my hands were trembling, and tears were uncontrollably streaming down my face. 3 years. I'm finally going to see my sister. I didn't dare think too much, and taking my assistant with me, we rushed to the address. Along the way, I imagined countless times what it would be like when we met. The closer the car got, the faster my heart beat. My palms are sweating profusely. I'm both excited and afraid. I'm afraid of mistaking the wrong person. Afraid this will all be in vain. Family, I'm so nervous and excited right now. It's been 30 years. How should I even start? What should I say first? Should I cry when I see my sister, or should I smile and say we've finally met? To everyone who sees this video, please give me some advice. How should I talk to my sister when I see her? I'm afraid I'll start crying the moment I open my mouth. I'm afraid I'll be speechless. I'm afraid of missing the chance to reconnect after 30 years. I'm on my way to my sister's location right now. My assistant will be recording everything. Please wish me luck, family. I hope we can finally mend the 30 years of regret today. Here's 3 or 4,000 yuan. Please take it. Thank you for taking care of my sister during this time. Hello everyone. The little girl in the photo is my biological sister whom I haven't seen for 30 years. Because of my biological father, we were separated for 30 years. Now I finally have a clue about her whereabouts, and I'm going to find her. The photo on my phone is what she looks like now. I've arrived at a village where there's a clue about her. We're going to look for her now. Assistant, please help me.
Someone's coming ahead, let me ask them. Hey, hello, could you stop for a moment? Hello, I'd like to ask if you've seen the person in this photo on my phone? Let me think. Last time I picked her up from the mountain and brought her back, is that right? Can you take me there? Oh, is it far?
Not far, it's just up there.
Oh, it's just up there? Okay, we'll follow you then. Okay. Oh, it's quite cold here. Hello, excuse me, is the woman in this photo currently at your house? I picked her up 2 or 3 months ago. You picked her up? Can you take me to see her? Let's go.
I'll take you to see her.
Okay, thank you. What's her situation now?
She's not here. I'll tell you, she can't hear clearly. She can't
Hear clearly.
Yes, she's completely deaf, and I found that she's a little mentally unstable.
Mentally unstable?
Yes, look, is this her?
Is that him?
Come here, come here. Come here, come here, look, is that him?
In the photo? Sister, don't be afraid. Put this down first. Put this down first. Come here, come here. Look, do I look like him?
Look, are we the same? Is
This you? Do you remember this picture? This is when you were little. He can't hear. Can you get me a pen and paper? I'll get.
you won.
Okay, thank you. Put this down first. I'm your sister. He can't hear. He can't hear. He can't hear. He knows the character for 10. You communicate with him by writing, right? I'll
Write it down for him, or I'll teach him once and he'll know. You can.
pull my phone closer. Sister, come here. Put this down first. Come. Here, come. Here, come. Here. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Is your name Zhao Fuddy? Right? I'll
Write it down for him. No, my name is Yu, I'm your sister. When I was born, is.
His mental state not normal now? His mental state is not normal. Is your father's name Chen Yuanshan? I don't remember. Is this picture you? This, brother, it's like this. I'm his sister, and I want to take him away.
No, why do you want to take him away? I don't even know who you are. Why do you want to take him away? I'm
His sister. I've been looking for him for a long time. Then how can you prove that you're his sister? Some things take a long time to explain, because something happened in our family that caused us to be separated for 30 years, and I've been looking for him ever since. I also thank you for taking care of him for so long. I want to take him to see a doctor, to check his ears. That won't do. You absolutely can't take him away, because he's been eating and living at my house for almost 3 months. He's a little better now, and you want to take him away? You still say you're his sister? He's my brother. There are so many scammers these days. How can I believe you? I know. I understand what you mean. Assistant. Give me the bag. Okay, put it down. Put it down properly. Less than, control 100 greater than. I understand what you mean, brother. I know there's 30 or 40,000 yuan here. Take it for now. Thank you for taking care of my sister during this time. I want to take her with me, to get her treated, to see a doctor.
That won't do. You can't prove it. You can't prove whether she's your sister or your cousin. You can't take her away, you know? I'm saying this because I've been helping you out for the past 3 months, but you can't take her away.
Mr. Guan, I want to take her away. Look, she's not mentally stable right now, and she can't hear either. I want to take her to get her ears treated. I really am her sister. I've been looking for her for a long time. Otherwise, I wouldn't have come all this way, would I? But you can't prove that she's your sister.
You can't prove that she's your cousin either.
Can you give me 2 strands of her hair? I'll find a match. I need to take it for DNA testing. Give me another strand.
Okay.
Assistant, put it in the bag properly.
Come here, come. Sister, stay away from him. He's not normal right now. Stay away from him. He's scared, didn't you see?
Sister, I'm getting further away. I know you've suffered a lot of grievances all these years. Now that I've found you, I will definitely protect you. Go away, don't touch him, don't touch him. Okay then. I'll come back in 2 or 3 days. You must take good care of him, okay? I'll
Give him food and shelter every day.
If he really is my sister, I will definitely repay you. But there's one condition. You must protect him and take good care of him, okay? Don't let him suffer any harm. Okay. Bless you. Don't be afraid. He destroyed your family and separated you from your family for 30 years. What exactly do you want to do? Are you done playing games? Yue, your father is sick. Even if your heart is made of stone, it should soften. How can your heart be so cruel? Your heart is too cruel. You say your heart is full of hatred. Are you happy like this? Are you happy every day? Don't bother me. If your mother were alive, and she saw you like this, saw you acting like this in public, would she be at peace? Let me tell you, don't talk about my mother. What right do you have to stand on a moral high ground and judge me? What right do you have? I ask you, if it weren't for you ruining our once happy family, and Chen Yuanshan abandoning his wife and daughter, could I have been separated from my birth mother and sister for 30 years? All of this is your own doing. Don't come here every day disturbing my life. I'm telling you, I've already been very merciful by not sending you to jail. I know I was wrong, and I shouldn't have done that. Even if you're doing this for your sister and mother's sake. I was young and ignorant back then, it was my ignorance. I ruined your family. I'm sorry to your mother. I'm sorry to you and your sister, but Xiao Wei is innocent. He doesn't know anything. He's only 18 years old. I beg you. He speaks highly of you. I beg you. I just hope you and your brother share the same blood. He's your biological brother. Let me go, please.
Mom, get up. Mom, I told my sister, Xiao Mei, this is Xiao Mei, you.
Sister.
Don't call me sister, I'm not your sister. I know what I did back then was wrong. He made you. He destroyed your family, separated you from your family for 30 years. I beg you, I don't expect you to be my sister. I don't expect you to donate bone marrow to save my life, but father said that the person he owes the most to in his life is you. He's worried about me being sick in the hospital. When he was unconscious, he kept saying that the person he feels most sorry for in his life is Sister Yu. Father misses you so much. He hopes you can go to the hospital to see him. Father, the person he wants to see most right now, lying in the hospital bed, is you. Yes, you.
I don't have a father like that, and I don't have a brother like you, and my mother didn't give birth to your son. Don't tell me these things, I don't want to hear them.
We share the same blood. Please, will you go with me to see father?
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I don't have a brother in your family. Let me go. I don't have a father either. I only have a mother and a sister. Let go. You're innocent. You. Let go. What?
Can you take sister? You.
Can't take it. Let go. Xiaowei isn't like that. He doesn't have any evil intentions. All the evil and wrongdoing is my fault. You, please forgive Xiaowei. No, I have no relationship with your son. I have no relationship with you. And I have no relationship with Chen Yuanshan. So please stop disturbing my life. That would be the greatest help you can give me. Come on, let go. You share the same blood. You, Xiaomei is gone. Your sister.
My mother was wrong back then. I'm saying sorry on behalf of my mother. It has nothing to do with you.
Every bite of food I eat, every piece of clothing I wear, every sip of water I drink, it's all built on your suffering. You said you run such a big business, you have companies under your name, beauty salons, factories, you're such a capable person. How can your heart be so cruel? You can't even tolerate your brother living a healthy life in this world. I've already said it was my fault back then. If you do this, how will your company's employees see you? I already said it was my fault back then. I ruined your family, but my son doesn't know anything. He's innocent. I've already apologized to you for my mistakes. Why can't you forgive me? Why do you keep dwelling on the past? Am I the one dwelling on the past? Yes, you've disturbed my life 3 or 5 times. First, second, whether I run a company, a beauty salon, or a factory, it's all due to my own capabilities, and it has nothing to do with you. You have no right to interfere in my life. Come on, everyone, take a look. This is your. Whether you succeed or fail, stop calling me. I finally managed to talk to my husband. Where are you going? Where are you going? Are you done playing games? I'm telling you, you heartless person, you not only don't care about your blood-related brother, but you also don't care about your father. Will a person like you be good to your company's employees? You said you're a heartless person, and a heartless person won't have good fortune. I'm telling you this. What did you just say? Say it again. You ruined my mother's life and destroyed mine and my sister's lives. And you come to me talking about innocence, blood ties, and blessings? If it weren't for you, would our family be in this situation now? In this world, the most ridiculous thing is a sinner kneeling down and begging a victim for forgiveness. With your one word of innocence, your one word of, you didn't understand, you were young and ignorant, you caused my mother to be missing to this day, separated me and my sister for 30 years, and made me grow up without a father or mother, living in the shadows my whole life. With your one word of ignorance, why should our family pay the price for you? Now you even want me to save your son? I ask you, why? Student-teacher relationship? Why?
Sister,
I know. Why are you here again?
I know. I don't even have the right to stand in front of you and talk. But my mom is making a fuss here.
What am I making a fuss about?
my mom is making a fuss here. I just wanted to tell you something. I know I deprived you of your life. Every bite of food I ate, every piece of clothing I wore, every sip of water I drank since I was born, was built on your suffering. Here, Dad is also not doing well. He's always thinking of you because he fainted. I'm not afraid of death. Every time at night when my bones ache and I want to kill myself, I don't cry. Father is calling your name in the hospital room. Mom, I saw my mother kneeling here begging you. I know I'm not asking you for anything, but you have such a big company now, and a beauty salon, and all this wealth you've painstakingly accumulated. This is my sister. These are some gifts I bought, with my own money. Can you accept them? I can't accept them.
Sister, I know my mother's actions back then were very wrong, very excessive. But this is a token of my sincerity. Please accept it. I don't care if you two mother and son came here to put on a show for me or whatever. Remember this flower. I can't accept it, and I can't accept the things you bought either. I won't help you, and remember, your family's life has nothing to do with me. Now you'd better pray that my mother is safe and sound, and that my sister is healthy, otherwise, I will find out the truth about what happened before. Less than control 100 greater than I wasn't playing with you. You're innocent, I admit that. But remember, don't disturb my life again. You deal with your own lives. There's a saying, what goes around comes around. What you're experiencing now is a consequence of what your mother did to you in the past. I hope you'll behave yourselves and stop bothering me. I've been looking for you for 30 years, and you know how hard it was. Yes. What are you doing? Sister, don't touch me. It's over. What are you doing again? What are you doing? What are you doing? My sister. You mind your business, I'll mind my sister's business. I'm telling you, today is my brother's wedding day, and nobody can stop it. I know exactly who your brother is marrying. Are you trying to marry my sister to your brother? I'm asking you, do you have the proper formalities for marrying my sister? Come on, let me ask you, is that your sister? The one sitting in the car right now is my sister. I saw her clearly. Sister, I'm you. Come, let me ask you. How can you prove that's you? That's clearly someone I picked up from the street. Last time I went to your house, I asked you to pull out some of your hair for me. Now the evidence is here. This is a paternity test, proving that I have a blood relationship with her. She is my real sister.
Fake, don't.
Say such things. I don't want to waste my breath on you anymore. You won't let my sister get out. What if she gets out? Come, get out. Come on, hurry. Come down. Sister, I'm you. Let her come over. I want to talk to her. Come on, stand in the middle and talk. You want to talk to her? Come on. Sister, I'm you. Sister.
What do you want? Go over there. I said, out of nowhere, a sister pops up. Let me ask you, 3 months ago when she broke her leg on the mountain, where were you, her so-called sister? Now you're coming out to claim her as your sister? Do you deserve it?
I don't want to waste my breath on you, and I don't want to explain so much to you. Today, I'm taking my sister with me. Whether you agree or not, I'm taking her. I appreciate that you kindly took my sister in back then, but your actions today have really angered me. You decide whether you let me take my sister or if you want her to continue being married to your brother. You want to take her away, right? Okay.
Let me tell you, I spent 80,000 yuan on her back then. Now you want to take her away? Give it to me, you go.
Okay, just state your terms. 200,000 yuan. 200,000 yuan? Last time I went to your house, to thank you, I told you to take good care of my sister and make sure she wasn't mistreated. I gave you 30,000 yuan. Now you want 200,000 yuan, right? This leg treatment cost 80,000 yuan, right? Come on, Lee, take it out.
I want to move out. I want to move out. Yes, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute.
Take out 10,000. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Wait. 100,000 yuan. Count it yourself. 100,000 yuan. Find a pen and paper for him. Let him write his name. What should he write? Your name, and my name is you. Clearly write down why you're receiving this 100,000 yuan and your contact information. Sister, I'm you. Don't move. Let me talk to her for a few words. Sister, I'm you. Let's go home, okay? Let's go home and find mom, okay? Let me see. Is this your contact information? Yes. Let me call. Ah, don't be afraid. Dot. Can you hear me? Telephone. Let me see. Dot. Okay. Sister, listen to me. I'm you. I'm your younger sister, your biological sister. I'll take you home, okay? Sister, listen to me. Listen to me, sister, listen to me. Listen to me. Bad people will. Listen to me. I'm not a bad person. I'm your biological sister. We're not related to you. Let's go home. Together, okay? Let's go get you treated, okay? I know you can't hear well. Let's go get you treated, okay? Sister, dot. Sister, it's been 30 years. You know how hard I've been looking for you. Yes, sister. Don't. Dot. Give me this clothes. Sister, listen to me. I'm your sister. Don't cry. Let's go home. Don't take this thing.